Hi, my name is Cristina Patino, and I would like to apply for the position of Strategic Projects Manager and Chief of Staff to the CEO in Felfel. So the object of this video is to showcase how I believe, which I do sincerely believe, that I am the best person for this position. Just to open up, I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. So, as I said, my name is Cristina. I come originally from Venezuela. I just moved to Zurich last April, and I love it here. I love it here. I moved with my husband. My husband is a Portuguese citizen, so I have my permit for him, so there's no need to have any visa or whatever. I already have my B permit, so that part is fine. And the reason why I believe that I am the perfect person for this job is it's severalfold. So number one, I want to talk about the company. I've already tried Felfel products and I think that they are fantastic. But in general, I really believe in the mission of Felfel. And I was already looking for a job position within food industry, food related. I've been really working and building myself up for success. I believe that there's no better investment than the investment you do in yourself and your well-being. And I've just been thinking about, what is something that I'm passionate and that I'm driven for. And I'm just very passionate about food. In general, I'm a helpless foodie. I'm always trying the best and the newest in restaurants, farmers markets. I love a farmer market. I love to travel to farmer markets to just find those specific ingredients. When I go abroad, I always try to find, what's from here, what's autochthonous, what is something that this specific place does the best of or grows the best of, or what are the recipes of things that maybe I can find it somewhere else, but it was born here and you guys do it best. That's just very much my thing. I always like to know where things come from, where the vegetables that I eat come from, where does the meat that I eat come from. And also I've been in this wellness path for about 5, 7 years. I love to cook. I really love to cook. It's one of my favorite things, and it's just really cool to know the history of what you're using, to mix and match, to just have fun in the kitchen, and also to read your labels. Man, reading your labels is so important because you need to know what is it that you're eating. If there are ingredients that you don't know what they mean, then most likely you shouldn't be eating them. um, so I've been doing all of this with my husband. We've both been in this wellness path ever since we got married and even before. So we really value healthy cooking, good cooking, proper food, and it's just really become this passion of mine. I'm the standard lady that every other evening I've been watching MasterChef or whatever. But it's just this passion of mine, and then I thought I should be working in a company that is somehow related to what I like, to what I feel passionate about, because then it won't even feel like work. It will just be just building on my passion. And isn't that what we should all have in the end? So I found your company and I found this position in specific, and I just really believe that I am the right person for that. I believe it to my core. um in my family, we are very healthy people. We try to eat healthy all the time. We work out. We do CrossFit 3 times a week. We run 1 to 2 times a week. We also have a home gym right in our basement. And, nutrition is just hand in hand with this. And, well, my husband is more of the sporty type. I am more of the nutrition manager of the situation. So yeah, and I really believe in your mission of just bringing proper healthy food from local producers to the most vulnerable of people, which are people in the offices that don't have time. Uh, Most of the time they want something that's affordable, that's easy, that's fast, And if you can make good, proper food available to them in their places of work, when sometimes they will need to just have a desk lunch because they are packed with meetings, they have a ton of stuff to do, you're basically doing these people a huge favor because you're taking care of their nutrition, you're taking care of their lives, and that's just awesome. That is a gift. Even that is the work of God, if you want to see it from some point of view, because in the end, yes, of course, you work for money and blah blah blah, but you should also take care of yourself. And when you don't have time to take care of yourself, to have somebody, a company, anything, it's like your mom. You know, when you're packed with stuff to do and you have your mom that is cooking you lunch and saying, you know what, you don't have to worry about this because I will keep you fed. It just takes a huge load off your shoulders. And in this case, you are keeping the people fed. You are keeping the people healthy. People that don't have time to think about being healthy themselves. So I just really believe in that. I do. It might sound cliches or whatever, but I do. And I want to be a part of it. In regards to the position itself, number one, I really like the startup environment, mainly because I feel like I can make an impact. And I love that my opinions are heard, that I can bring ideas to the table, that I can, when those ideas are good and are, being pushed forward, and the team is on board, I can actually see those ideas to fruition. And that's just very rewarding, and that is something that you sadly cannot do in any other environment outside of a startup. So this would not be my first startup company, it would actually be the third startup company that I work for. And yeah, I mean it's a lot of responsibility, it's a lot of work. It's just you really have to have commitment. You need to have what Napoleon Hill would call like stickability. You don't leave when things are rough. You stick in there, you stay, and you stick it to the bitter end, and you try to do it all with a smile. Sometimes smiles don't happen, but you really have to make that extra effort and the extra mile to make stuff happen, and doing it with a smile, and just bringing that positive attitude and that optimism wherever you go. And in the startup industry, to have that good mood, to have that sense of humor, to have that optimism, that relentless energy is so important. And usually people that have not worked in a startup don't really get it. I do. I really do. And it's a tough job, and I'm just so ready for it. It's just what I like. In my past positions, I've been working a lot in B2B, marketing, and also business development. But I like more to focus on the C, on the end customer. And I usually try to counsel, I've done some consulting myself, to my clients of, okay, yes, I get it, your idea is A, B, and C, you've already explained it through, that's fantastic, but what is your forecast regarding how your end customer will see it, how your end customer would receive it? Because if your end customer this is not something that they need, they want, they would be able to afford, all the different variables that can happen within an end customer's mind, that also have to do with culture, that has to do with economics, that has to do with so many things. If you're not really regarding all of this, then you don't really want to take the bad step there. So I always push my clients to think, okay, but how does this match in the real world? How does this match, in the street, when it's actually being consumed, when it's actually being done? And I have done, when I was in marketing, I have done some customer research. I did hidden client. I did polls just with the end customer, and that form of connection. Also, I think that you've already noticed that I'm a fairly approachable person, And I just love talking to people. I'm very sociable, I'm very communicative, and I just really love to get along with everyone. So that also makes it that it's very easy for me to connect with people. And that has helped me when I'm doing marketing, when I'm doing research, but also it helps me when I try to visualize myself in their shoes and just like what I'm trying to predict here. Like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? And in the end, if you feel like you're not getting anywhere, asking is the best policy. I don't know if it's wrong or right, but I'm just very humble about it. You can always ask. Ask. Don't assume, just ask. But when it comes to the end customer, then you need to do your research. But within your team members, you know, you can be very independent, you can be very driven, but if you're doing something for someone else, you know, ask. You want to do it, know if it's right, ask. You want to know if they like them, ask. Because that's the only way you're going to know. You're not going just to assume by their faces or by their reactions. You need to, you know, put in the time, put in the effort, and just get out there and expose yourself to either rejection or praise or whatever form of that it's gonna be. It may be the way I do it. It's the way I am. It might be wrong or it might be right, but so far it's working for me. And criticism is the best form of growth. It's the best. It's one of the best tools of growth. With the position itself, I have experience with CRMs and I have experience with criticism of CRMs, so I can definitely say what is working, what is not working according to what we're doing, what extra tools do we need. I love analytics, I love statistics. I try to base a lot of my life decisions on statistics and numbers. Well, when you're used to reading labels, you really, and counting calories, and macros and all these things, really numbers are your best. And in my case, I've already moved countries a couple of times, and when you're going to move a country, you really need to be familiar with the statistics and the numbers to know that you're making the right decision. So I not only trust, but I see a great value in that. And for business, it's major. It's what you need to have to be able to read them, interpret them, and move forward. I'm very efficient with documentation. I always like to have systems that work, and I like to maybe try to find the shortest time. Maybe if it takes more time, like in this case that you place that, maybe you need to void some documentation into a system so that it's more available, that is easier available. If you need to put in the time to do it, that's fine. But if you can put in less time and get the same result or even a better result, then that's better. Because as long as your time can be used in the best way possible, that's one of the things that my husband says, that he's a lazy human being, and that just makes him trying to find the best solution that will produce the best results in the least amount of time with the least amount of effort. The faster you are free to continue to do something else while having still the best results, then that's just a good day for everybody. So it's no point in just spending days and weeks and months in just this one task if you can automatize it, simplify it, and just move forward. What else? Well, I think already by covering the part of the startups, I think it's pretty obvious that I really like to think outside of the box. I really like to see the situation and think, okay, but what else can we bring? How else can we turn this? What is it that people are needing? What hasn't been done that we could potentially do? That is something that brainstorming sessions, man. That's just it's really beneficial. In terms of following up on projects, making slides, being friendly with technology, I'm pretty much an all-rounder. So this is something that once you've been working in business management, once you've been working in a startup, you may have a position, but the truth is that you help out wherever you can. You go the extra mile. You do what you need to do, and sometimes even what you don't need to do. It's pretty ridiculous that you would be focused on, oh, this is not part of my job description or this is not part of my job title. No. If it needs to be done and you're there and you can do it and you have the time to do it, you do it. And in terms of following up on projects, I am a very organized human being. I just keep everything in my agenda. I'm an expert in just setting up the alarms, making sure that everything is written down so that nothing slips my mind. The human mind is something that is treacherous. But if you write everything down and you know yourself and you know your systems, it's very, very much unlikely that anything will slip, because that is what the systems are for. In terms of languages, ich spreche nur ein bisschen Deutsch. Ich bin B1 genau jetzt, und es ist meine Ziel für dieses Jahr, für C1 zu haben. I'm still trying to work on my German. I don't have a lot of opportunities to practice it because I've been always working in international environments, but that's not an excuse. It will just take a little bit more time, but yes, my goal is to reach C1 this year. Je parle aussi français, anche parlo italiano. Eu falo só pouquinho de português. And of course, español is mi lengua nativa. Spanish is my native tongue. So yeah, the reason why I speak so many languages is because I really love communicating with people, and I really hate it when people don't understand me. So I made it my point in life from years ago to, just make sure that even in a rustic way, if we can call it that, people will understand what I'm saying. So, because I have so much to say, so people need to understand what I'm saying. And yeah, I really, really love speaking languages. I love practicing my languages. I love traveling when I can, and just when I go to Portugal, I try to use as much of my Portuguese as possible. When I go to Italy, I try to speak Italian to almost everyone. Yes, they have an accent. Of course they have an accent, but what are you going to do? That doesn't stop me, and it shouldn't stop anyone. So, and yeah, I'm a quick study. Every time that I've switched industries in the past, you gotta bring it. You have to put in the hours. You can't be worried with time schedules or working hours. If you really want to succeed, success does not come in a 9-to-5 format. So that is just what it is. So I am very sure that I would be able to just pick up the pace in just a couple of weeks, and just really, really make a valuable, solid, positive impact on the company, and in a positive impact for years to come. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you stuck it out for the entire 18 minutes of it, as I just realized. But it wasn't going to happen in 5 minutes. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.